Yes, my people, it is your boy VRD. Welcome to part two of my commentated drive between Markinch and Edinburgh Waverley on the 5 Circle DLC for Train Sim World 4. Part one, we drove between Markinch and Burn Island. Part two, we're continuing from Burn Island along the rest of the journey down to Edinburgh Waverley. If you haven't seen part one, I suggest you go check that out now before watching this video, just so you have a bit of context and whatnot. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Green signal, pressing the door close button. I can't actually see the back of the train, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. If someone's caught in the doors, it's not gonna be a good day for them. Forward, and we're on an upward gradient here, so gonna have to use the whole start button to move off. Next station is Aberdawa. Speed limit is 40 miles an hour, quickly going up to 50, no, 65. Yeah, there's the 65 limit there. It then goes up to 75 around the corner from here, then down to 55 not long after that, then down to 50 just before the platform at Aberdawa. So you shouldn't need to cut back on the power before you reach the end of the 65 zone. I believe you can just go straight into the 75 zone in notch 7. I might be wrong though. Just looking out for that 75 board now. Yeah, there it is coming up, and we're doing 57 miles an hour. So yeah, all good. Now this 55 mile an hour speed limit that is coming up soon, I always struggle to accurately pinpoint where it actually starts. So that signal that we just passed now, the signal after that is about, I'd say, maybe 500 yards or so before the speed limit. So yeah, the signal is the only point of reference I have. Other than that, I got nothing. So I'm gonna brake at the signal, maybe just before the signal, and hope for the best. Here's the signal coming up now, so shutting off the power and on the brakes. I was in step 2 initially, but seemed like a bit too much, so I just downed it to step 1, and now releasing, and we were down to 55 in well in advance of the speed limit, but better safe than sorry. So this bridge coming up is, I'd say shortly after you pass beneath this bridge, you want to get the brakes in for Aberdawa.
Aberdour. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
So at that signal, I'd say between the two bridges, get your brake step 2 application in for Aberdawa. You're on an upward gradient, and stopping position is towards the end of the platform, so you don't really have a lot to worry about. You can probably get away with a 30 mile an hour entry speed, but I'd say go for 25 just to be safe. There's the stop board just there. Perfect. Look at that. Right. Brake step 3. Neutral, door release on the left. Right, we're all good to go here. No platform starter signal once again, but previous signal was a green aspect. Doors closing. All good to go. On an upward gradient again, so making use of that hill start button. Notch 4. Waiting for those engines to rev up, releasing that hill start button. And we are away. Next station, Dalgety Bay. And I promise you that was not an intentional rhyme. Ooh, I should have just done the music thing, I'll be honest, because I'm just a natural rhymer. But no, I decided to be a train simmer instead. Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. Speed limit was 50. It went down to 50 just before the platform at Aberdawa. Now going back up to 75 miles an hour. At times you'll see 2 speed boards stacked on top of each other. If you do see that, just know that if driving, well, most passenger trains, you're going to be doing the bottom speed limit. Top speed limit applies to, I'd just say freight trains, to be honest, even though it is slightly more complicated than that. That's well beyond my knowledge, but yeah, general knowledge is just freight trains do the top speed, passenger trains follow the bottom speed. So Dalgety Bay Station is a very challenging station for me to stop at. I think every time I've attempted to stop there, I've had to go into brake step 3. Well, I'd say every time I've attempted to stop there, I think I've only attempted to stop there 2 or 3 times. And yeah, all of those times I've had to use a burst of brake step 3 to prevent myself from flying out of the other side of the station. So it's going to be interesting to see how I do now. So I believe ooh, so this bridge coming up is where I want to shut off the power. I could be wrong, and I'm gonna make my brake application at this left hand bend. Just gonna reduce the braking very slightly. I feel like I have gone on the brakes a bit too early out of paranoia, but better safe than sorry. Way too early. I'm powering up again. I'm jumping right back on the power. Okay, so no. Okay, I see the mistake that I made. So it's here. Okay, it's here. It's here.
We'll soon arrive at Dalgety Bay.
Ooh, single yellow signal.
Don't
Interested.
forget to take your belongings with you.
Alright, so guys, remember, you get your left hand bend and then your right hand bend, then a second left hand bend and a second right hand bend. It's at the just before the second left hand bend is where you actually want to make your brake application. And you can see I'm having a very slow approach, literally just out of PTSD, because I've fumbled the approach to this station so many times, so I'm really not trying to do that whilst recording. So yeah, better safe than sorry. We're already running about 15 minutes late, so who cares? Stopping position is just beyond the footbridge here. Oh, brake step 3. Back down to brake step 1 for the stop. So after all that, I still needed brake step 3 anyway. Oh dear. Alright, door release on the left. Deary me. Now, I've actually been distracted here. No, it cleared to a. I'm positive. I'm almost certain that it cleared to a green aspect. So on the approach to this station here, Dalgety Bay, there was a single yellow signal, and I'm sure I saw it clear up to a green aspect, but I was too busy yapping on about the braking point, so I didn't actually call it out. We're gonna risk it for a chocolate biscuit. We're on a nice downward gradient here, so no need for the whole start button. Imagine I come out in the corner, just see a red signal. Hey! You guys would love that, wouldn't you? Seeing me embarrass myself. Alright, there's the AWS magnet. Nope, signal is green. So, yeah, we're all good. No, that's a cautionary indication. Signal is not green. Where is the signal? Where is the signal, please? Oh, that might be the AWS magnet for the upcoming 50 limit. Speed limit goes down to 50 mile an hour, guys. Not too far from here. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all, guys. Not good at all. Not good at all, my people. Not good at all. Yes, my people, it's your boy VRD. Just returned from the manager's office, you know, had a little meeting about our little SPAD incident that we just had. Cool, blimey. Well, that proves that if you're ever in doubt, creep about, because I was almost certain that that distance signal cleared up to a green aspect. I literally had the image of it clearing to a green aspect in my head. So distraction is a powerful thing, guys. There we go. This can be used as evidence in training now or whatnot. Don't make the same mistake as me, guys. Yeah. So we're gonna take command of the 1953 service. Just drive that up to Edinburgh Waverley, and that will be the end of the video. We're at Inverkeithing station, which was the next station along our journey. It was literally where that signal was that we spotted. Inverkeithing station is literally half a mile down the line, so it's not too far. You guys aren't missing much. Speed limit goes down to 50 miles an hour, not too far beyond that signal, and then down to 40 miles an hour, literally just up there, and then you come into the platform here, and this is where we're carrying on. So yeah, I will catch you guys in a bit. In my four years, okay, no, 3 years of mainland driving in Train Sim World, that was my first time having a SPAD. Can you believe that? My first ever time. As far as I know. I might be wrong. Has there been one other time maybe? I've had a couple of station overruns, but that is my very first time having a SPAD. Insane, I know. But then again, I'm gonna blame the fact that I was commentating, you know. It's just I was too busy babbling on about the breaking point and took my eye off the ball. So, you know, stuff like that happens. What can I say? nice bit of humor for you guys as well. If I really wanted to, I would just go back and redo the whole video and not upload that, but I want you guys to, this is a 100% serious channel, you know. There's got to be a bit of comedy, a bit of humor thrown into these videos as well. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, that is gonna be uploaded. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Please like and subscribe, because I am humiliating myself for you guys, and all forms of support are highly appreciated. Anyway, cool, green signal. Let's just look at our cooling pattern here. Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket, Edinburgh Waverley. This seems like the train that we were just driving. I'm a bit confused. Anyway, cool, we're all good to depart here. Yep, green signal. Get those doors closed. Signal is still green. We're on a downward gradient departing from Inverkeithing here, but I'm going to still test out the hill start button because it's my first time moving off in this particular train. Just want to ensure that everything is working correctly. I'm also going to do a running brake test when we get up to 30 miles an hour as well. Speed limit is currently 40 miles an hour, soon going up to 65. So up to notch 7. You can see the 65 board there that we just passed. But like I said, I'm just going to do a quick running brake test at 30 miles an hour here, just to ensure that this train's brakes are functioning correctly, and just to get a feel of them, because every train has different braking capabilities. There's no two trains that have the exact same braking capabilities, believe it or not. Every train is different. So speed limit is 65, shortly going down to 60 and then 50 after that, but that shouldn't affect us. Well, the 50 limit would affect us, but the 60 limit shouldn't. Next station we're stopping at is Edinburgh Gateway. We're going to be passing through North Queensferry and Dalmeny between here and there. It's a horrible climb at the moment. Actually, the gradient momentarily levels out. Oh my gosh. My throat is so messed up, I can't talk clearly. The gradient is momentarily leveling out there. It's now gone back to a 1 in 70 upward gradient. At the end of this red viaduct thing here, speed limit decreases to 60 miles an hour, but we're only doing 50 miles an hour, so no need to worry about that. So we're entering this tunnel here. North Queensferry station is situated at the other end of this tunnel, so if you were scheduled to stop at North Queensferry, you'd want to commence with the brake application. I'd say not long after entering that tunnel. Speed limit does also go down to 50 miles an hour literally at the end of the platform here, so I'm just tapping on the brakes now to ensure that we're below that. If you had sharp eyes, you would have just been able to make out the speed board there. And we are now crossing over the 4th rail bridge. fourth rail bridge is on level terrain, so well, it's not on any terrain to be honest. It's a bridge for crying out loud. But you know what I mean. It's a level gradient. So notch 3 and notch 2, I'd say, balance you out at 50 miles an hour quite well. Notch 3 causes you to accelerate very slightly, and notch 2 more or less holds the speed. You do lose a teeny tiny bit of speed, but overall it is quite well. It does quite well at holding the speed. So you see, notch 3 brought us up to 50, now decreasing it to notch 2, and we're more or less being held at 50 miles an hour perfectly. So we've almost reached the other side of the fourth bridge. Dalmeny station is situated at the other end of the fourth bridge. So we're coming up on that now. The AWS magnet that we're about to pass over, that is your braking point for Dalmeny station. So brake step 2 application at that AWS magnet excuse me guys, will have you slow down for Dalmeny station in good time. And just be careful because the stopping position is about midway along the platform. If you need a bit of assistance with the braking points, then just go have a look at some of my other videos. I've got other videos that I've recorded before this one. Also, I'm not sure what I'm doing. The speed limit went up to 80 miles an hour just before Dalmeny station. I'm still here at 50. As I was saying, I've got some other videos that I've recorded driving along this route, and up to Markach in the opposite direction, and then up to Glen Rothes or Glen Rothes as well, or however it's pronounced. I've obviously recorded those before this one, but this one is going to be uploaded first because it's the commentated one. So yeah, just keep an eye out for those. So speed limit is 80 miles an hour, about to go up to 100 miles an hour at the end of this left hand bend here. Very small speed sign, very difficult to make out. Guys, let me know if you prefer the little HUD up there in the top left, or if you just prefer the screen being completely HUD-less. I personally prefer driving with the screen completely HUD-less, but I'm thinking about, for your guys' sake, you guys' sake, you know, I do want you guys to know what I'm doing with the power notches and all that, like I said in part 1. So yeah, just let me know what you guys prefer. And then having the speed limit there as well, I feel like that's probably quite a bit of help as well for those of you guys that are watching these videos for route learning purposes. Right, we're not too far out from Edinburgh Gateway station. Braking point for Edinburgh Gateway station is just before the left hand bend. What the alright, shutting off the power, getting them brakes on. You've got to bear in mind that if you were driving a non-stop service through Dalmeny like we were, you have to brake significantly earlier, as opposed to if you were driving a service that did stop at Dalmeny, you can brake slightly later because you won't be travelling at as high of a speed as a service that didn't stop at Dalmeny. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, luckily I was able to show you guys the faster braking point. But just keep in mind that if you
We'll soon
did stop
arrive
at
at
Dalmeny, then you'd be
Edinburgh
traveling
Waverley.
about 10 miles an hour slower
Don't
than
forget
we were
to
just
take your
now.
belongings with you
So
before you leave the train.
you can brake slightly later on into that left hand bend. Just momentarily releasing the brakes there because we were coming into Edinburgh Gateway a bit too slowly. In the southbound direction, it's on a downward gradient, so you want an entry speed of about 22 miles an hour or so. Stopping position is about midway along the platform, so you do need to be on your toes a bit. Just nice and slow. Better safe than sorry. Stopping position is a bit further along than I initially imagined. Perfect. Brake step 3, neutral, door release on the left. And once again, sorry for the background noise, guys. No consideration whatsoever. Green platform starter signal. Closing those doors. No, not closing the doors. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. I forgot we're not running late anymore. Okay. We've got we've got about 70 seconds left before we need to close the doors. So yeah. That actually happened one time. I was at Lewisham Station coming back from work one time, and it was a 465 networker. The driver actually closed the doors. They were interlocked, and then at the last minute, he must have realized that he closed them too early. He reopened them. So that does happen. Believe me. Giving it another 25 seconds or so. As we will know, 30 seconds prior to the departure time is a good time to get the doors closed. Just looking back along the platform now. All good. Green signal. Forward. Releasing the brakes. We are on a downward gradient, so straight into notch 4. Excuse me. Bless me, whatever. I feel like this is unprofessional. I need to stop doing stuff like this on mic. I've got a mute button right here on my controller and I'm not making any use of it. But I'm about to. Right, speed limit was 100. It went down to 90 miles an hour. Um, not far beyond the braking point. So not long after you enter that left-hand bend that we braked at, it goes down to 90, and it's now gone down to 75 miles an hour at the other end of Edinburgh Gateway Station. So just keep that in mind, guys. It would help if I was actively calling out these speed limits at the time, at the locations they commence from, but it does get overwhelming sometimes, guys, so please forgive me. Coming up on South Gyle Station, but we're not stopping there. I need to blow my nose quickly, and this is the perfect time to do so, so bear with me. Lovely. I feel a lot better now. Not as congested as I was before. Next station, Haymarket, my people. Haymarket station, next. It's a bit weird, this section of track, because in the other direction it is 90 miles an hour up until here. So you can see there was another 75 board there. When you have a speed limit, and then so you got your commencement board, when you have another speed limit in the same speed limit section and it has the same speed limit on that, you call that a repeater board. um Similar to what you get on your, like, the roads. You have your, more or less, it just serves as a reminder. So we just had that there. What I was initially trying to get at is, in the other direction the speed limit is actually 90 miles an hour. Was I seriously a notch forward the whole time? Yo, I'm actually a joke, man. Oh dearie me, no, that is embarrassing. Anyway, oh, what was that? I don't care anymore. I'll be honest. I honestly don't care. No, I'm actually gonna, let me actually stand on business and talk about what I wanted to talk about. Basically, going in the other direction after that bend between there and Edinburgh Gateway, it's 90 miles an hour. But heading southbound, the direction that we're heading in, it is 75 miles an hour for some reason. Can you believe that's what I was trying to say the whole time? It took me about 5 minutes to say that. Deary me, man. Right, at these buffer stops on the left, that is where you want to get your brake application in for an upcoming 50 limit. So look out for the stadium. When you see the stadium, you should see some buffer stops for the adjacent track on the left. That is a good place to get your brake application in for the upcoming 50 limit. And here it is now. You can just about see the teeny tiny speed board there. Speed limit is now 50 miles an hour. You can release the brakes at that point, but then be prepared to make another brake application for Haymarket Station. This signal here is a good place to do so.
We'll soon arrive at Haymarket. Don't forget to take your belongings with you before you leave the train.
You can get away with a 30 mile an hour, 25 to 30 mile an hour entry speed into Haymarket southbound. You've got an S board more or less at the end of the platform. It isn't right at the end, it's at the end of the canopy, so just be aware of that, don't get caught out. But it is very far along the platform, so you can have a nice fast entry speed. I'm starting to lose my voice, but thankfully we're approaching the end of this video. There's the S board up there. So about here should be where you want to be stopped at. Brake step 3, neutral, door release on the left. We've got about a 45-second wait here before we can close the doors. Platform starter signal displaying a green aspect. Pressing the door close button. Doors are closed and interlocked. Forward, we're on a downward gradient, so don't need our hill start button. Straight into notch 4 of power. Nice view of the train there as well, moving off. Next and final station is Edinburgh Waverley. I haven't even been calling out the speed limits as well. Speed limit was 90 miles an hour. Oh my goodness, do you know, I'm so far behind with the speed limits, I don't even know if there's any point. But I'm just gonna call them out anyway. So it was 75 miles an hour, briefly going up to 90 at the end of that left hand bend after South Gyle. It then went down to 50 and I'm speeding again now. Oh my goodness. Right, let's get on the brakes here. It then went down to 50 where I said it went down to 50, and then it went down to 35 just before Haymarket Station. I feel like I should just leave the speed limit stuff for maybe a actual video dedicated to route learning. I feel like that would be more appropriate, but I don't want to come across as a PTG rail. I have to say that extremely slowly. My brain can't cope with saying something like that too fast. I don't want to seem like a PTG rail ripoff. Speed limit's going down to 20 miles an hour, by the way, just at this signal here. There's no speed board to actually tell you where it commences from, but it's just at this signal here. Well, at this facing point is the actual commencement point, but I just use the signal as reference. Yeah, I don't know what I should do with the speed limit stuff, because I feel like I do enjoy flexing my route knowledge, but I feel like sometimes it takes away from the commentary a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some serious thinking when it comes to the way I commentate in these videos, because it gets a bit I wasn't paying attention as well. Red signal coming into Edinburgh Waverley. Thankfully we're traveling at 20 miles an hour, so I was able to stop in time. Just trying to come to a stand about a carriage length away from the signal there. Perfect. Brake step 3, can barely see what I'm doing. Neutral, and set the driver reminder appliance. That is how you stop at a red signal. Unlike the scene towards the start of this video. I'm gonna call it a scene. Yeah, that is a demonstration of what not to do. This is how you. Even this wasn't a too good of a demonstration, because I lost awareness and only saw the red signal at the last minute, but I only managed to stop because I was traveling at 20 miles an hour. But still, we stopped, and that's all that matters. Management ain't good. Management can't tell me nothing about that. I stopped. What is the hold up? Actually, we've got a 5-minute wait, so yeah, I'm probably gonna edit this down. I will catch you guys in a bit. Right, my people, we've been given clearance into platform 17 at Edinburgh Waverley. We're gonna reset our DRA. We've got our single yellow signal there. Signal protecting the terminus station, as you know, will always display a single yellow when you've been cleared. You're not gonna get a green signal when you've been routed towards buffer stops. It just doesn't happen. Right, forward. Are we in forward? I can't even see. Wow. Okay, we are in forward. Good. Releasing the brakes. Notch 4 of power. And we did roll back very slightly there because I didn't realize that we were on an upward gradient. I thought that we were on level terrain coming into Edinburgh Waverley here, but no, it's a bit of an upward gradient in that tunnel there. Shutting off the power at 15 miles an hour. As we enter the platform, I'm gonna make a brake application to bring us below 10 miles an hour, and that is just so that we don't get tripped by the TPWS grids. And I'm pretty sure we just passed over them at about 12 miles an hour, so either they're not working or we got extremely lucky. But yeah, in my experience, the TPWS grids are normally a bit closer to buffer stops. I feel like they're normally about 3 or 4 carriage lengths away from the buffer stops, but those ones seem to be about 6 or 7 carriage lengths from the buffer stops, which probably isn't unheard of, but it's different for me. So that is my excuse. And just coming to a stand just before the buffer stops disappear beneath the windscreen there. That is a good form of reference to use for an accurate stop at buffer stops. About 6 feet away from the buffer stops is the sort of the national standard there. Full service, brake step 3, in other words, neutral, DRA set, and door release. Tail lights on, headlights off. Selecting off on the F&R switch, master key removed. Over to the safety systems panel. 3 safety system isolation switches starting from the top left, working your way across. Turn those into the horizontal isolated positions. Exit the cab. Ensure that your 2 tail lights are being displayed correctly, which they are, and do the outro. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this rather, what's a good word to use? Eventful, commentated drive. I forgot how to do the outro. This is how you know I don't commentate a lot nowadays. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below and is highly appreciated. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm sure I've said that about 4 times in this video, but sorry guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love.